Hello everyone. So sometimes we need to add website URL fields on our contact form, and when we are using Ninja form, it doesn't has this fields by default. So we will have to add some custom coding to add a URL fields and validate the submission data or submitted data. So whenever we will add a field to graph website URL, as you know, the from doesn't have this field by default, so it will not able to validate our inputted data. So we will have to add a custom code, so it will check the inputted data and also validate to ensure the typed website URL is valid. So let's begin how we can do this. So at first, this is my from, and I would like to have a website URL field there. So to do that, let's go back to our from, and here we can add a new field. This time we will add a single line text field. So it will be added on the bottom of the from. Just drag this to ensure it's added above the submit button. And let's check or change the default information. From the display settings, ensure you have a class called website URL. So this class will be added to this input field directly. And if you would like to have a wrapper class, then you can use a class here. So you can state like dot class, then your input field. So you are not going to use here. This will be good to have. And for the placeholder, we can add something like this. So whenever a visitor will see this, they will get idea that you will have to add a valid URL there. This is just a visual validation, something like that, just for fun. So let's publish the form and check on the front end. So this is our field. So if I use auto filler or fact filler, it will input the website URL, but let's try something and it will work because it's a text field we have used there. So at first we will have to change the input field type. So if you inspect, you will see the input type is text, but we will have to make it URL. And then also add the validation. So to make the things faster, I'm going to use a code snippet that I have created. So you can just copy and paste this code snippet. It should work. So let's go to my GitHub profile, and then you can go to github.com/Faisal Ahmed, then go to repository, and you can search for awesome WordPress code snippets, or I will leave the link on the comment section so you can directly access. Then go to Ninja Forms. Here you will find two snippets. One is for just to add the field type of URL, and another is to add with validation. So it will also change the field type to URL and also include the validation. So this time we will go with this one, and here you can just copy. Just click here, it will copy the code on your clipboard. Then you can use this code on your child theme JS file, or if you don't have a child theme, you can add a code snippet plugin like custom JS. You can search by this. Then you will find lots of the plugins, but this time I will go with this one. So I have installed and activated. Then a menu comes here. So from here I will go to add custom JS. So as I have copied the code, I will remove the comment and paste my code. And here I can add title like change or add URL field with validation. And you can pick either option. So you can pick external file. So it will be added as external file, and this should be added to the footer because it's jQuery code, and we should allow to jQuery main file to load at first. Then our code will be working fine. So at the first block of code, it will wait for 1 second to ensure all documents is loaded. Then it will change the field type to URL. As you see, we have this class on this input field. So if you inspect here, we'll found input. Yes, this is our CSS class that has been added before. So it will change the type to URL. So and then we'll add another block of code to validate URL. This is regex. So I cannot explain these things, it's very complex. So you can just use for it, or you can search for more details on the Google. And here we will use the blur mode. So whenever someone type and move the cursor to another field or somewhere else, it will check the typed field is valid or not. If it's invalid, this time it will disable the submit button and also add 2 pixel red border. So someone cannot submit the form and also have the warning. So let's see on the front end, and whenever someone type the valid URL, it also reset the border and disable or remove the disable things that disable the button. So the button should be, submit button should be working fine as expected. So let's publish, and make sure if you have any caching plugin, make sure to clear the cache. Otherwise you might encounter the code is not working, but the code is working, but it's your caching plugin preventing the code to execute. Then reload the page, and we can type something like, so it's giving red warning and submit button is not working. But whenever you'll type URL, it's working. You can type just the URL or with the triple W, it should be working fine. You can also include HTTPS, so it's working. If you remove one offline, you see it's red warning, that means it's validated the URL perfectly. You can also try to add a long URL here to see if that's work or not. Yeah, it's working fine. So this is how you can add a field and change this to URL field and also add validation. I hope that helps. If you encounter any issue, you can just leave a comment. I will try my best to help you. Thanks for watching the video. See you on the next time.